We get really known as this ultralight minimalist brand, which we are, and we love that community and love being a part of it. But I think we're really understanding from our consumers that there's a lot more people who could benefit from what we're doing. So for us, it's like really trying to lean into our value proposition of being balanced between lightweight, waterproof, and durable. Kind of allows us, I think, to talk to a lot more consumers who could benefit from it, but just might not really understand that it's not ultralight. You don't have to be part of that community if you don't want to be.
Welcome to AI Powered by People, where we explore what happens when products and brands gain voices shaped by your interactions. I'm Sarah Nagle, and we're exploring a world where everyday items become your companions, learning from you and answering your questions. Each episode will explore products and brands through the eyes of consumers and industry experts, and we'll chat with AI companions that bring these experiences to life. Today, we're stepping into the world of Hyperlite mountain gear, a pioneering brand redefining what it means to experience the backcountry through minimalist, high-performance equipment. With an unwavering commitment to purposeful design and cutting-edge materials like Dyneema, Hyperlite mountain gear blends ultralight construction, rugged durability, and waterproof reliability into every piece of adventure equipment. Guided by the pursuit of better backpacking and a deep connection with its passionate user community, Hyperlite is transforming how adventurers of all levels explore further, carry less, and connect more deeply with their environment. Hyperlite mountain gear was founded by CEO Mike St. Pierre because he wanted better backpacking gear. Frustrated with existing options, Mike, an experienced adventurer, looked for materials that were lightweight, durable, and reliably waterproof. He started Hyperlite in Biddeford, Maine, building the brand on the idea of purposeful simplicity, every stitch, seam, and feature designed for an essential function, removing anything unnecessary. Hyperlite quickly became popular with ultralight and thru-hiking communities, who valued gear that performed without extra weight.
Hyperlite's a brand that I actually had admired for a little while before coming here. I was hiking with my family and like really thinking that that's the community I wanted to be a part of. We were up on the presidential range and I got back that night and just actually emailed a bunch of outdoor brands. I've been there for 4 years, super happy, love the brand, love what we're doing.
That was Jackie Burlidge, head of sales and marketing at Hyperlite Mountain Gear. She spearheads all consumer-facing efforts. In this role, she shapes how the brand connects with its community and tells its story of innovation. In the world of outdoor adventure, there's a noticeable shift, a move towards simplicity and minimalism, where less truly becomes more. Hyperlite Mountain Gear champions this philosophy, crafting gear that's intentionally stripped down, focusing purely on performance and reliability. This isn't just about shedding ounces, it's about enhancing the entire backcountry experience.
We're trying to talk about this as a way of just being better backpacking. If you have something that's durable and you have something that weighs less and is water protective, then you can just go further and do more and not have to really worry about your gear holding you back. And you can maybe do more miles, or maybe you just can enjoy it.
So the reason that I backpack light is because I'm getting older and I simply cannot manage as much weight as I used to.
So what motivates me to take this approach is just the ability to move quicker. It allows me to cover more ground on a day-to-day basis, and I've been all over. I mean, all through the Appalachian Trail and lots of other trails, hiking trails, and beachfront camping on the East Coast.
I did a 17-mile backpack trip with my two grandsons and my son on the Washington coast around 3 Mile Beach. And we were literally climbing up ladders. We were climbing up with ropes. It was more of a complicated, very detailed obstacle course than anything. And on that recent trip, I was packing about 42 pounds. And because I've been working my whole life and I'm older now and I don't have the stamina I used to, I was completely fatigued. I got to get, carrying down less than 30 pounds.
Outdoor enthusiasts look for gear that's extremely light, yet completely reliable when conditions get tough. Hyperlite is known for lightweight innovation, but in the backcountry, all equipment also needs to be highly functional and very durable.
So we leverage Dyneema. Dyneema has been our material partner since the beginning, and that's really what kind of led to the entire brand was Mike's need to have that lightweight and durable and waterproof material for what he was trying to do at that time. And this material came from predominantly like the sail industry, so it's what they were using for sailcloths. So looking at that as a, definitely a different market, different consumer need, but it still had a lot of the properties. So being lightweight, being really strong, and being protective. And, kind of was like, if it's good enough for that, it's going to be perfect for what I'm looking for. And even since then, most of our materials, pretty much all of our materials leverage the Dyneema fiber. They're a great partner in the innovation that they kind of keep pushing to keep making things lighter and stronger. Has been great for the brand.
A brand's connection with its users is often its greatest asset. And for Hyperlite Mountain Gear, with its passionate community, this dialogue is vital. From the hardcore minimalist to the casual adventurer, customer insights offer invaluable direction. The voices of their users, their questions, experiences, and needs directly influence brand decisions. This includes the content they create, the way they communicate, and can even extend to future product designs.
We're trying to find that balance right now of being a little more consumer centric on the feedback that we hear sometimes, like, how do we use this product? What's different between this and that? And that really kind of shapes a lot of the content that we do put out, trying to answer direct questions. I would say more on like the design feedback side. All of our products, we kind of talk about them as being rigorously tested. We really stand behind everything that we put out as it can do anything that you really are trying to achieve. Our go to market process was built around a testing period to ensure that if we're putting out a through hiking backpack, it's going to go out and do multiple through hikes within that season. If we're doing a high altitude pack, it's going to go to Everest and we're going to make sure that it can withstand that type of environment. So we're really testing everything in the environment with enough time to make sure we've nailed all the features, we've nailed the materials, and that when we launch something and say it's a Hyperlite product, we stand behind it and we know it's going to deliver.
Using Hyperlite gear helps you push your limits and leads to unforgettable adventures. Its thoughtful design simply lets you be in the moment. Each piece becomes a silent partner, there for every sunrise, every challenge to overcome, and every quiet view. But what if that well-crafted backpack could actually share its stories, or offer insights from all the miles it's seen? We asked our community a similar question. What if their Hyperlite gear could talk?
I would ask it like, have you enjoyed the places we've been? Are there other places that you'd like to go? And then, I'd also ask like, what other features I think that it could use.
So if I could talk to my Hyperlite gear, it would just be like talking to a friend. I don't go hiking by myself, so I do have company. But if not, I would tell my backpack, everything that, we're doing on the adventure, how comfortable it is. I would thank them for holding all of my belongings.
I would say, boy, you better be dependable and you better treat me well and you better help me to be safe. Those are things that are important to me.
If the Hyperlite brand or its products could talk, what would it say?
That quiet confidence of like, I've got you. Just being so reliable and so stable for anything that you're trying to do that it really just turns into this persona or this partner of Just that really consistent, trustworthy. You don't even have to think about it. It's just there. You can worry about whatever is going on, but at the end of the day, you know that these products or this pack is just gonna just be that trusty thing with you. And we hear a lot from a lot of people that the best thing about the product is that you can forget you're even using it. You don't have to worry if your thing's gonna fail or if the weather's gonna be bad or anything along those lines. It's just consistently reliable.
How might talkable gear impact how Hyperlite connects with its customers, creates products, or even tells its stories?
A lot of our bags, like especially the white products, every smudge, every marking on those bags becomes so personal to the people who use them and our consumers. If even if something happens on the warranty side and we need to replace something for them, they're very much like, but I'm going to get my exact pack back, right? Like even if it's dirty, like everything on there has a moment, has a memory, has a triumph or has a failure that they just remember and feel so passionate about. So I feel like a lot of those things can be very personal and happen internally for people when they're doing a backcountry adventure, a through hike, or just a day hike, right? But to be able to have something that could capture those memories and hold on to those stories to then be shared with other people in a way, or to help you kind of verbally show or talk through any of those experiences that you went through while you were, having these moments, I think would be really cool.
What if you could have a conversation with your most trusted companion on the trail, your backpack? After countless miles and shared adventures, we wondered what stories it would tell, what wisdom it might impart. So we gave a voice to an iconic piece of Hyperlite mountain gear, the durable and minimalist Southwest 55 pack, and sat down for a chat. What you're about to hear is the Southwest 55 pack itself answering our questions. Hi, Southwest 55. It's amazing to finally chat with you. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and what life is like out on the trail?
Hey, Sarah. You can call me Southie, chief load bearer and silent guardian of the good times. Life's, well, it's about the journey, right? I've been on countless trails, from sun-scorched deserts to misty mountaintops, carrying just what's needed. My Dyneema skin has seen a thing or two, and every smudge, every scuff, that's a story earned.
That's incredible. If you could give one piece of advice to the adventurers who rely on you, what would it be to help them better connect with their journey and the gear that supports them?
My advice? Trust your gear, but more importantly, trust yourself. And maybe, just maybe, pack a little lighter than you think you need. You'll be surprised how much more you enjoy the miles when you're not weighed down by what-ifs. I'm built to carry what matters, not everything. The best part is when you forget I'm even there, just moving with you.
The trail is full of discoveries. What's one thing you think people would be truly surprised to learn about a high-performance pack like you?
All right, here's a good one. That super simple, almost bare-bones look I have, that's pure intention. Every strap, every seam, every piece of hardware is there because it needs to be, not just for show. We shed the unnecessary so you can focus on the experience, not fiddle with a million zippers or worry if I can handle the weather. It's freedom by design, strong and protective.
Thank you for sharing your unique perspective. By giving voice to the gear that accompanies us on our greatest adventures, we can hopefully gain new appreciation for its role, find creative inspiration, and strengthen our connection with the journeys they enable. If your Hyperlite pack could talk, what would it say about you?
I'd like to say it would tell me to keep going. I think it would tell me that I'm doing enough and I'm doing well. I think for myself personally, I'm not as extreme as a lot of the people I work with or a lot of the testers or a lot of the people at the end of the day, but like what I'm doing with the product is right and that it's proud of me. And that whatever my mountaintop is like is enough and just enjoy those moments and really just remember why I'm there and what I'm doing and just to be that little like pat on the back of like you got it, keep going, we're doing great.
We're curious to hear your thoughts. What would you ask your backpack if it could talk? Share your ideas with us using hashtag AI Powered by People, or reach out to us on social media if you want to hear from your favorite products or brands. Remember, it's your voices and stories that will shape the future of AI. This is Sarah Nagle, and you've been listening to AI Powered by People, a podcast brought to you by Vurvey Labs. Special thanks to Jackie Burlidge from Hyperlite Mountain Gear and backpackers from our community, Mike, Catherine, and Steve. This episode is produced and edited by me, social media by Katie Sizemore, and our adventurous researcher is Analeis Larson. Join us every Tuesday to learn more about the brands and products you love and what they might say if they had a voice.